Welcome back to Retired Pennies World. In today's video, we are taking a close look at the 1998 United States quarter dollar with the D mint mark, a coin that many people still carry in their pockets without realizing its potential value. The D mint mark tells us this quarter was struck at the Denver Mint, and it appears on the obverse of the coin just to the right of George Washington's ponytail. While the 1998 D quarter is a modern coin, collectors still search for high-grade examples and rare errors that can make this coin worth much more than face value. The obverse of the 1998 D quarter features the familiar portrait of George Washington, along with the inscriptions "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the date 1998. This design was used on Washington quarters for many years before the launch of the State Quarters program in 1999, making the 1998 issue one of the last traditional Washington quarters. This fact alone adds historical interest for collectors who like coins from transitional periods in U.S. coinage. On the reverse side, the coin displays the classic eagle design with a powerful bald eagle standing proudly with outstretched wings. The inscriptions "United States of America," "A Pluribus Unum," and "Quarter Dollar" surround the eagle. This reverse design was retired shortly after 1998, which makes the coin even more appealing to collectors who prefer the original Washington quarter style. The 1998 D quarter is composed of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, giving it the familiar silver-colored appearance despite containing no actual silver. Because the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of these quarters, most circulated examples are still worth only 25 cents. Coins with heavy wear, scratches, or dull surfaces are very common and usually carry no premium. However, value increases when the coin is found in uncirculated or mint state condition. A bright, shiny 1998 D quarter with strong luster, sharp details, and clean surfaces can be worth $1 to several dollars. Coins graded in high mint state levels by professional grading services have sold for much higher prices, especially when they show exceptional eye appeal and a strong strike. Collectors are especially interested in error coins, and some 1998 D quarters were struck with valuable mint errors. These can include double die errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, weak strikes, or die cracks. Depending on the type and severity of the error, these quarters can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, making them exciting finds for collectors. If you have a 1998 D quarter, it is worth taking a close look. Examine the coin under good lighting, check the lettering and date for doubling, inspect the rim for any unusual shapes, and look for strong details on both sides. Always remember never to clean your coins, because cleaning can permanently reduce their value. If you find a high-quality or unusual example, store it safely in a coin holder. Next up, we are talking about a 1974 United States quarter dollar with no mint mark, a coin that many people overlook every day without realizing its potential value. When a quarter has no mint mark, it means the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and some examples of this coin have surprised collectors by selling for over $1,000 at auctions. This makes the 1974 no mint mark quarter a very important coin to check carefully. The obverse of the 1974 quarter features the familiar portrait of George Washington, along with the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust." Just below the date 1974, you will notice there is no letter mint mark, which is the key detail collectors look for. During this time period, Philadelphia minted quarters did not carry a mint mark, and while millions were produced, only a small number survived in perfect or near-perfect condition. The reverse side of the coin shows the classic bald eagle design, standing proudly with outstretched wings. Around the eagle are the words "United States of America," "E Pluribus Unum," and "Quarter Dollar." This traditional eagle reverse is highly loved by collectors and adds to the historical appeal of the 1974 quarter, especially because it represents the classic Washington quarter era before major modern changes. The 1974 no mint mark quarter is made of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, meaning it contains no silver. Because of this, the value of the coin does not come from precious metal, but from condition, rarity in high grades, and mint errors. Most circulated examples are still worth only face value, but this changes dramatically when the coin is found in exceptional condition. Here is where things get exciting. High-grade, uncirculated 1974 quarters with no mint mark, especially those graded MS-67 or higher, have sold for $1,000 to over $2,000 at professional coin auctions. These coins must have strong luster, sharp details, clean surfaces, and no major marks or scratches. Only a very small number of coins meet these standards, which is why collectors are willing to pay such high prices. Even more valuable are error coins from 1974. Some quarters were struck with double die errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or die cracks, and these errors can dramatically increase the coin's value. Depending on the type and condition of the error, some 1974 no mint mark quarters have sold for hundreds to thousands of dollars, making them extremely exciting finds. If you have a 1974 quarter, take a close look at it right now. First, confirm that there is no mint mark. Then, examine the coin under good lighting for doubling, unusual shapes, or strong original shine. Always remember never to clean your coins because cleaning can destroy collector value instantly. If you believe you have a high grade or error coin, store it safely and consider professional grading. Next up, we are taking a close look at the 1982 United States quarter dollar with the P mint mark, a coin that many people overlook, but that can be surprisingly valuable in the right condition. The P mint mark means this quarter was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and it appears on the obverse of the coin, just to the right of George Washington's ponytail. Even though 1982 quarters are still commonly found, collectors know that certain examples can be worth far more than 25 cents. The obverse of the 1982 P quarter features the familiar portrait of George Washington, along with the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," and the date 1982. The design is part of the classic Washington quarter series that had been used for decades. Because the early 1980s were a difficult time for U.S. coin production, many coins from this era show weak strikes or poor quality, which makes well-struck, high-grade coins much harder to find. On the reverse side, the coin displays the traditional bald eagle design, with spread wings and strong detail. Around the eagle are the words United States of America, E pluribus unum, and quarter dollar. Collectors often look closely at the eagle's feathers and overall sharpness, because stronger details usually mean a higher quality strike, which adds value. The 1982 P quarter is made of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, meaning it contains no silver. Because of this, value is based entirely on condition, strike quality, and mint errors, not metal content. Most circulated examples with wear, scratches, or dull surfaces are still worth only face value, but this changes quickly for uncirculated coins. Here's where things get exciting. High-grade, uncirculated 1982 P quarters, especially those graded MS-66, MS-67, or higher, can sell for hundreds of dollars, and in some rare auction cases, prices can reach $1,000 or more. These valuable coins must have strong original luster, clean surfaces, sharp details, and minimal marks. Because fewer high-quality coins were saved from circulation in 1982, top-grade examples are much scarcer today. Collectors are also very interested in error coins, and some 1982 P quarters were struck with valuable mint errors. These can include double die errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, or weak strikes. Depending on the type and condition of the error, these coins can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, making them exciting discoveries for collectors. If you have a 1982 quarter, take a close look at it. First, check for the P mint mark. Then, examine the coin under good lighting for doubling in the lettering or date, unusual shapes, or strong original shine. Always remember never to clean your coins, because cleaning can seriously reduce their value. If you think you have a high grade or error coin, store it safely and consider professional grading. Next up, we are taking a close look at the 1965 United States quarter dollar, a very important coin in American history. Many people search for a 1965 quarter with a P mint mark, but here is something most collectors don't realize at first. 1965 quarters were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, but carry no mint mark at all. This makes the 1965 quarter a key transitional coin that marks a major change in U.S. coinage. The obverse of the 1965 quarter features the familiar portrait of George Washington, along with the inscriptions "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," and the date 1965. You will notice that there is no mint mark below the date, even though the coin was produced in Philadelphia. This was part of a special decision by the U.S. Mint, which removed mint marks from coins between 1965 and 1967 to discourage hoarding during a national coin shortage. On the reverse side, the coin displays the classic bald eagle design, standing with outstretched wings. Surrounding the eagle are the words United States of America, A Pluribus Unum, and quarter dollar. This traditional design is highly recognizable and adds historical value to the 1965 quarter, especially because it represents the first year of clad quarters. The 1965 quarter is extremely important because it was the first year the U.S. Mint stopped using silver in quarters. Instead of 90% silver like earlier quarters, the 1965 issue is made of a copper core with outer layers of copper and nickel. Because of this, most 1965 quarters are worth only face value in circulated condition, but value can rise significantly in special cases. Here is where things become exciting. High-grade uncirculated 1965 quarters, especially those with strong luster and sharp details, can sell for hundreds of dollars, and some professionally graded examples in MS-67 or higher have sold for $1,000 or more at auction. These coins are rare because many 1965 quarters were heavily circulated and very few were preserved in perfect condition. Collectors are also highly interested in error coins from 1965. Some quarters were struck with double die errors, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or transitional errors, and these mistakes can dramatically increase the value. Depending on the error and condition, some 1965 quarters have sold for hundreds to several $1,000s, making them extremely desirable among collectors. If you have a 1965 quarter, take a close look at it. First, confirm that there is no mint mark, which is correct for this year. Then, examine the coin under good lighting for strong shine, doubling in the lettering, or any unusual shapes. Always remember never to clean your coins, because cleaning can destroy their value instantly. If you believe you have a high grade or error coin, store it safely and consider professional grading. In conclusion, the 1965 USA quarter dollar from the Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark may look like ordinary pocket change, but in high-grade condition or with rare mint errors, it can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. This historic coin marks the first year of clad quarters and a major turning point in U.S. coinage. Always check your quarters carefully because valuable treasures can still be hiding in everyday circulation. If you enjoy learning about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for Retired Pennies World. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.